Good morning, everyone. It's Nikki with Chocolate with Nikki. Just getting set up. Today I'm going to do a project. I'm going to do this Lazy Susan, and I'm going to use the Bon Appetit transfer. So as you come in, please let me know you're here. Like and share my video. And you can comment shared. It's at the bottom left of your mobile device. And if you're catching the replay, just comment replay. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start by cutting this transfer into some smaller pieces. Let me take it out of the package here. And as you'll notice, there are instructions on the back of every transfer that tell you exactly what you need to do to create a project. So let me take it out. This is a C-size transfer, and a lot of these larger transfers have cut lines, and they show you, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but they're little white lines, and it tells you exactly where to cut the transfer apart. So let me grab my scissors. I have been wanting to do this on this Lazy Susan for a while, and I've just had a lot going on, and this is my first time getting to do it. I'll cut the rest of that in a little bit. So I'm going to get started. Because this is a new transfer, I'm going to do what we call fuzz the back of it. So I'm going to lay it on a piece, or on this flour sack, just so I can get a little bit of the fibers on the back so it's not quite as sticky, and so it'll come off of my board easier. So on the back, we always write so that we know which side we are going to put it back on, because they are reusable. They're silk transfers, and they're adhesive, and you can use them, if taken care of, between 8 to 15 times. So let's see. All right, I'm just going to place this transfer down on my board. I'm going to leave space at the top and the bottom because I'm going to add a couple of accent pieces to it. So everywhere that you see this cutout is a silk screen, and you want to make sure you smooth that out so that you don't have any air bubbles in your silk screen area. So I'm going to use the color Currant Jam. It's this real pretty mauve color. So your paste you want to mix up and make sure that it's a yogurt-like consistency. That makes it go on a lot smoother. So let's see here. And as you can see, it spreads on really smooth, and a little bit goes a long way. Now you can use these silk screens on just about any surface. You can use them on glass, you can use them on tin, you can use them on canvas. We do have an ink line that you can use as well, so that you can make your own customizable t-shirts. You can heat them in the oven to heat set them, and you can make coffee mugs and all kinds of beautiful designs for your home. So I'm just going to smooth this out, make sure that I got all these little lines in here from scraping the excess off that I'm putting back in my jar. So I want to make sure the design is really smooth. And you want to scrape off until you can actually see the design underneath the paste that you have on your board. So I'm just going to lift this off. I do work rather quickly because I don't want my paste to dry on that silkscreen area. So I'm going to lift this. And when you lift, you always want to lift corner to corner, or I'm sorry, side to side, never corner to corner, because you don't want the silkscreen transfer to stretch because it is fabric, it can do that. So I'm just going to lift it off real quick, and then I'm going to set this aside in a water bath so that the paste doesn't dry on the transfer. Okay, now I'll just use a blow dryer to speed up the drying process. If I can get my dryer to work. There we go. It doesn't take long and it dries relatively quickly. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next piece, and I'm going to do the utensils down at the bottom, and I'm going to use the color Storm. It's a gray color. So I'm just going to finish cutting out my knife here. So again, I'm going to write on the back of these so I know which one goes to which. All right. So I'm going to start with putting my knife in the center. So I'm going to fuzz the back real quick again. And this is dry, so I can lay something on top of it and it's not going to hurt it. Okay. I'm gonna get just a fair amount of paste on here. I see a little air bubble. I did not smooth it down all the way. So I'm just gonna work that out. And then I'm gonna scrape off the excess again. Set that aside. Now I'm gonna lift my transfer. There we go. And then I'm going to dry that because I'm going to put the fork and the spoon relatively close. do the fork. I'm going to try to line those up so that they're pretty similar in height. And if not, it doesn't really matter. It's just for me. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you can kind of see the design underneath, so you can get a pretty good idea. That might be a little high. There we go. All right, I'll do the next piece. And I'll just set that aside in some water. And now I'll dry that before I do the spoon. It's a good thing the paste comes off relatively easily because I have it all over my hands. I'm a messy crafter. All right, let's see. See if I can line that up. Might be a little far over. Move it over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Smooth out the air bubbles in that silk screen and just go over my spoon. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close up my storm paste so that it doesn't dry out. I'm going to lift this transfer. Perfect. That never works out for me, by the way. Eyeballing it to line it up and usually mess it up. So I'm glad that turned out well. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Maria. All right, so now I'm gonna add a bit of the greenery. So I'll cut those apart. All right. This design goes perfect with our family. We have an Italian family, so all of our best memories are in the kitchen. So I'm going to write on the back of this again. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to do a reef. I think I'm just going to put one at the top. I don't know. Maybe I should do them at the sides. I'll do them. Let me see. Will it fit on this side too? It will. Okay. So I'll do two on the sides. All right, so for the greenery, I'm gonna use a color called Garden Herb. Okay. It's a real deep green. It's really pretty. So I'm just going to smooth this on. And then I'm going to work the lines out of it. Again, so it leaves the design real smooth. You get that professional finish when you smooth it out. Okay. So I'm just going to lift this up. Perfect. I love that. I'm always so excited every time I peel them off. I'm always amazed that they come out perfect. And again, I'm just going to eyeball this and see. It looks fairly even, so I'm just going to go with it. Now, because I'm using the same color, I did not clean it in between. And I'm working pretty quickly so that I can, when I take it off, I can put it straight into a water bath so that that paste doesn't dry on my silk transfer. There we go. And I'll just pull that again, making sure to lift side to side and not corner to corner. Okay, and I'm gonna dry those real quick because I'm gonna add some olives. Hi, Amanda. Okay. All right. Let me cut this out real quick. Let me go this way. Makes it easier. All right. Now let's mark the back. All right. Let's see here. I gotta figure out how this lines up. So let's see. Looks like it should go the opposite way. But then that doesn't line up. So I think it does go this way. We'll see. Yep, goes just like this. There's little pieces right here, I don't know if you guys can see, that you can tell where the olives go. And Chalk Couture makes it easy. You just line those up and everything fits perfectly, so your design is perfect every time. They also have a smaller one, and then it has the one olive that goes with that you can line up. Okay, for the olives, I'm going to use the color Plum. And so you're just going to smooth it on, right on your design. And then you're going to work the lines out so that it gives you a nice smooth finish. set that aside. There we go. And then I'll just flip it around for this one. There we go. Smooth that down. There we go. Perfect. And there we go, a completed project. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great day.